Hello and welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports and another edition of today's cycling tip, or who knows, Maintenance Monday. What I want to show you today is what rim brake pads look like when they are worn, and to give you an indication of when they should be replaced. So when you inspect them, look for these things that I'm going to show you today. Now, I know a lot of you are riding disc brake and you're wondering, why is this guy talking about rim brake? Well, because for the last how many decades and hundreds of years, I guess, rim brake bikes, they're out there and I service them all the time. Okay, so let's take a quick look, and I wish to be able to show you the difference in new pads and old pads. So this is what we're going to do now. This is an example of a worn out pad, and one of the things I look for is these grooves. They should be clear and defined. Also, this has uneven wear, and it's hard to capture on a camera, but when you feel it, you feel that it is sloped and it's uneven wear. And so by comparison, I just want to show you what a new pad looks like, and that's this guy here. So you can see a lot better defined grooves. You can see a lot more meat on the pad as well. And what we're going to do is now transition to the front of the bike so we can look at those as well. All right, so now these are the front brake pads, and you can see they're really worn as well. And not only are they worn, but they're worn unevenly. And that just happens over time. Sometimes the brakes are canted a little bit and they will wear just slightly different from each other. And once again, here is our known good pad, so you can compare for yourself the difference in the amount of meat left on the pads. Okay. Now, I know a lot of you ride disc brakes now because this is June of 2022, but you know, these pads have been on here a long time, and I personally know this rider because she rides with me at least twice a week. And last year she did 13,000 miles and over 1 million feet of climbing. And had she been riding a disc brake bike, well, with that 1 million feet of climbing and descending, she probably would have replaced her pads, at least her disc brake pads, at least 3 times, if not 4, and maybe her rotors at least once. So that additional expense, you know, rim brake pads are only about, you know, $10, $15, $20, depending where you find them. But disc brake pads, 30, 40, 50, depending where you find them. And if you find them, especially the Shimano L038 pads. And then the rotors, 50, 60, 70, 80, $100, depending on where you find them and what level of rotor you find. So she's getting off quite easy. And, I do all the service on this bike, and I honestly can't remember replacing her brake pads in the previous year, which she also did well over 10,000 miles. So lots of mileage literally out of a set of brake pads for her. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you find my videos informative and you feel that you have gotten some value from them, please like and subscribe. Please share them with your friends. And in the meantime, we will see you up the road.